Live again here at the other side of the Rodeo Gulch Creek, the illustrious Studio G. Got a couple minutes to start, so make sure you have everything you need. A mat or a rug is good. Maybe a strap, a scarf, or a belt works just fine. I'll give a more formal introduction once it's official class time, but just giving people time to see that the video has started. When more people log in, we will begin in about a minute or two. So welcome to YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Hope the streams work well for you. And if one of them doesn't, then the other one shouldn't. So there is a link in the Facebook to the YouTube, and then they get saved for later too. So some people have told me, oh, I can't make 10:30. It's like, well, you can, once this video is downloaded, you can watch it any time of the day or on a future day as well. So a lot of good options. These classes are all for donation. So if you can't donate cash, tell your friends, click the share link, give me likes and comments. That helps a lot for more visibility. For those just joining, like I mentioned, you'll want your mat or rug or whatever it is you use, something to stretch with. A strap will be good. A big band, a belt, bathrobe tie, it all works. And we're going to begin in just about a minute. Oh, also, like I usually do, I make a playlist for most classes. So you can see that on Instagram, or you can see that on my Facebook page. There's a playlist. You can bypass this process and just look at Spotify, Gabriel Benjamin on Spotify, and you see the name of the class and the date. So it's pretty obvious which is the playlist. Now, if there's times where I'm not listing the playlist because I didn't get a head start on that, then just use one of the playlists from the previous week that has the name of the class. I've got quite a row of them now, so there's a lot of different options. Or if you find one that's your favorite, just keep going back to that as you like. Or play your own music, do no music. The sound of the rain could be nice enough if it's raining where you are. So anyway, welcome to practice. We will begin in a comfortable seat. So sit any way that you like. I'm going to sit on my heels. That feels really good for me, but a lot of people don't feel good in their feet or their knees. So maybe sit cross-legged or sit any way you like. And the important thing is you feel good in your legs. You have good sensations in your knees, and then you're able to sit tall. So sit nice and tall and take deep breath. And continue deep breath. Breathe deep to the point where you're breathing to your full capacity, and let the breath out slowly, emptying the lungs and drawing into the core at the bottom of the breath. Continue. Deep breath. Slow exhale. A little bit more time for breathing. Notice the quality that the breath brings about in the body and the mind. And when you've spent lots of quality time with deep breath, we're going to go ahead and warm up slowly. So let's take hands and knees, and then sway the ribs side to side. And when you've done a few rounds, let's take child's pose. Deep breath. Feel the spine and the rib cage stretch with the breath. And come back to hands and knees. And then go ahead and push into the legs, downward dog pose. Bend one knee, then the other, and continue this nice, steady warm up for the legs. Keep the head down and press strong into the hands, with the hands even. And when you're done with both legs, go ahead and press into the heels. Next, we'll look up and walk lightly to the top of the mat. Fold over the legs and take a half lift position. Lift the chest and fold over the legs. And again, a half lift and release over the legs. One more round, half lift. Fold down. And then flatten the back like a half lift, but then stand up completely straight and bring the arms up and draw into the abdominals. Relax the arms. And we'll go ahead and continue to awaken the body, patting down one arm. Go to the inner arm and also do the outer arm. And rub the wrist, elbow, the shoulder. And then patting down the other arm. And do inner arm and outer arm. And rub the wrist and the elbow. And the shoulder. And we'll pat the torso down. And then down the hips and the thighs. Bend the knees a little bit. Work down the legs, the outer legs. Up and down outer legs. Inner legs. And then the backs of the legs. Glutes and look. Tap the mid back. And then pat yourself on the back. Enjoying this very self-congratulating moment where you appreciate yourself, other side, for making it to the start of yoga. Good. Rub the hands together. And shake out the hands a few times. All right. Body's nice and warmed up now. We're going to take chair pose. So have the feet parallel, open the toes, bend the knees a little bit, lift the arms a little bit, and either stay like this or you go further. And if it feels good, to bring the hips almost as low as the knees, and then have the arms extend. Do that. Draw into the abdominals, and send the arms back, and lift the arms up. Send the arms back, lift the arms up, and send the arms back. Arms lift, and then take downward dog pose. Have the head down and the hips high. Deep breath. Knees on the floor, and take child's pose. And then come to cat pose. Big rounded back. Tuck your chin. Really feel that stretch for a moment. And then come to neutral. Take a few bows. We hug the arms in, just lower a little bit. And repeat. And then lower all the way. And release back through the legs. Reach back through the feet. And inhale, easy cobra. Exhale, release. And again, easy cobra. Exhale, lower. And inhale, easy cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, locust. Lift the chest, arms, and legs. Arms extending back. Opening the chest, shoulders rolling back. And then come on down. Next is cobra, using the arms a little bit, keeping the elbows also slightly bent. And trying to open up in the chest. And come on down. Using the core to lift. Come to neutral, and then push into the legs, and then we'll do our plank pose. Plank pose. Downward dog stretch. And lift the right leg high. Switch legs, super smooth. And lower, come back to the right leg. And step up with the right foot. Right foot steps up. Take crescent lunge. You hold the thigh if you need balance. Otherwise, arms lift. Draw into the core, glutes down. Exhale, extended dog. Lift the right leg high, slowly but deeply. And then set the foot down. Lift the left leg high and step up. Crescent lunge. Deep breath. And arms down. Glide back to extended downward dog. Both feet down. Inhale to plank. And then knees on the floor. Next, we're going to take the elbows down and walk the legs way back so that you're in elbow plank. Sorry, not side plank. With the hips level with the shoulders and the legs very strong. And we'll segue into the Sphinx pose. Lifting and opening up in the chest. Try and have the shoulders kind of working back and reach the sternum forward. Deep breath. Reach back to the feet and continue deep breath. We'll go ahead and lower. And use the core to lift. And tuck under the toes and push back into the legs. Downward dog. Next, we'll put the knees on the floor. And then turn to the side and hop the legs apart. Or just walk. Lengthen out the back. Prop up under the fingertips. Have the toes facing forward or slightly in. And go ahead and sway side to side. And when you're done with the side-to-side flow, draw into the core. It might help to bring the hands on the hips, and we're going to stand on up. Stand up tall, open up the arms, open the right leg. Have the foot completely open. Make sure that it's not angled in. You take your warrior once you have that good foot alignment, keep the knee open, and then take the left arm behind the back and the right arm really light on the thigh. Side angle. Next, we're going to go ahead and lift the chest a little bit more and bring the hands to heart. And extend the arms with the hands shoulder width or slightly wider. Come back to the second phase and then back to the first phase. Pass through warrior two, sit nice and low, and then relax the arms and the legs and open up the left side, opening the left foot and turning the back foot up, leveling the hips and bending the knee right above the ankle but not beyond. Take warrior and then right arm behind the back. Left arm light on the thigh, open the chest, deep breath. Bring the hands to the heart, maybe lift up a bit, and then extend the arms and have the arms slightly wider than the shoulders, keeping the left knee open. Hands come back to heart, And then right arm behind the back, left arm light on the thigh. Come on up, warrior two. And relax it all and center the feet. Hinge down and bring the arms more forward and lower the head. Head down, hips high. Deep breath. And bring the hands back under the shoulders. And go ahead and take a spin to the left leg. And then from runner stretch, take a spin to the other leg. Runner stretch to downward dog. Head down, hips high. And then knees on the floor. Let's go ahead and take an 8-part bow. And inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands close to the low ribs and inhale, up dog. Or you can just lift to neutral spine if you prefer. Draw into the abdominals, downward dog. And let's all take a little child. Knees rest on the floor. You can sit back, hold your arms under your head, and take some deep breath in child. Just relaxing. And come on up to sitting or kneeling. And take a big step up with the right foot. Right foot steps up. Next, we're going to lengthen the back leg, raised runner, and take rotated raised runner. The right arm up, or you could hold the lower back. Have the knee just above the heel or ankle. Open up in the chest, breathe deep, and keep the back leg strong if that feels good. And we'll come on down and place the back heel down. Rise up, maybe hold the thigh, warrior one. Arms extend, abs in, square the hips, spread the toes. Deep breath. Exhale. Downward dog. And again, a nice little child's pose. Come on up to sitting or kneeling. And take a big step up through the left foot. Lengthen the back leg, raised runner. Right arm down, left arm up, rotated raised runner. And go ahead and come on down. Put the back foot down, draw into the core. Rise up, warrior one. Deep breath in the warrior one. Exhale, downward dog. And knees down gently, lower all the way down. Inhale, basic locust. You leave the hands down, lift the legs and chest. And then seesaw to cobra. And exhale, release. Bring the hands lower and take upward dog, or just lift to neutral. Draw into the core, downward dog. And knees down. And one more time, we're going to turn to the side and walk or hop the feet apart. Bring the hands to the right side and stretch. If you need your knee a little bit, that can help, but if you're able to keep both legs toned and active, that's nice. Spread the toes, breathe deep. And let's go ahead and stretch to the other side. Come on back to center. Keep the left hand down, bring the right arm up. And let's do that on the other side. Come on back to center. Put a bend in the knees and come on up. Yeah, open up the right foot. Warrior two. Sit nice and low into it, but keep the knee above the heel, not beyond it, not beyond the ankle. Level the back hip. Have a strong back leg, and then take a lift or a deep reverse stretch. Draw into the core and breathe. Hand to ground if you can keep the chest opening. And come on back up to warrior two. And relax the arms and legs. Center the feet, left foot. Turn the back foot in a bit. And take warrior two. Deep breath. Draw into the core, lift. And stretching back. as you continue to lunge. And take side angle. Deep breath. Back to warrior two, very smooth. And relax the arms and the legs. Centering the feet. Clasping the hands behind the back. Let's take Prasarita C variation, the shoulder stretch. If you don't feel good doing this, hold the legs instead or hold a strap or a towel. Put a big bend in the knees and let's come on up. And slowly walk the feet together until you can lightly come back to the top of the mat. Hold the wall if you'd like, stretch the right thigh. And if you're able to have the arm lifted, do that. And then another option is to do a forward bend and hold a block where you have the thigh lifting, but the heel's still going against the glute. So it's really deep thigh stretch and you're stretching the hamstring. And put a little bend in that standing leg and come on up. And release. Let's do the other side. You can hold the wall, stretch the thigh, keep holding the wall the whole time, or bring the arm up. Option to touch the floor. And put a bend in the standing leg. And come on up. And release the thigh. We'll take a forward salute, neutral spine or gentle back bend. And exhale, downward dog. Yeah, child's pose. Yeah, let's come on up to sitting or kneeling. Big step with the right foot. Again, warrior one. I'm clasping the hands behind the back and stretching back as you lunge. Feel free just to stay here or take humble warrior where you bow down and bring the arms over. And then draw into the core, handstand on up. Place the hands down and take a plank position. Hold for a few breaths. Lifting out of the shoulders, having a flat or slightly rounded back. And child. And come on up to sitting or kneeling. And take a big step up with the left foot. Warrior, but then clasping the hands and stretching the shoulders. Nice and deep. Just stay here or bow down and reach the arms over more for humble warrior. Press into the legs, come on up, draw into the core, just take a breath, and then glide the hands down. Take a plank. And let's see if we can really feel the lower abdominals when we put the knees down slow. And lower all the way. And inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands further back and inhale, upward dog. Draw into the core. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank again. And put the right knee down. Then lift the left arm up for supported side plank. The knee down hurts, put a blanket under the kneecap so you don't feel discomfort in your joints, but you can just enjoy the pose and the breath as well. Come on down. Plank. And the left knee down. Right arm up. And come on down. Plank. Take rest if you need. Otherwise, stack the legs or do a kickstand variation and do side plank. Let's see if we can take 3 counts to come down. So coming down 1, 2, and 3 to plank. And that same slow motion to come up. Taking a breath or two to come into the full expression of the pose, lifting out of the bottom shoulder and pushing into the feet so you can use strength in your glutes as well. And taking time to come down, not rushing if you can. Feel all the strength in that. And put the knees down and lower all the way to face down. Extending the arms overhead and just enjoying this rest, this full pranam here. And go ahead and lift the legs and the chest and the arms. Extended locust. And exhale, release. One more time, Sphinx pose. I'm going to hold this a bit and really work on opening up in the chest and breathing. We'll go ahead and come on down. And use the core to lift. And tuck under the toes. And up. Next is right knee forward, and work the hips down, and really work on lifting the chest. And if it feels good, you can bring the hands further back and really open in the chest. And we're going to do one forward bend. So bring the head down and inhale to rise up. And exhale, downward dog. Left side. Swan. And let the hips work down low. If this doesn't feel good on your knees or sacrum, you can try sitting on a block or blanket. You can also do a lunge instead, or cradle on the back. Bring the hands back and lift the chest. If it doesn't feel good, you don't have to bring the hands back. You could bring them more forward, but eventually you're bringing the hands further back and you're opening the chest. It's a stretch in the spine and chest, like cobra. Yeah. Take one forward bend and inhale, come on up. Exhale, downward dog. Use your core, step very, very light. Right foot runner. And then work on lifting the chest. You lift a little bit more, hold the thigh if that works for you. And if you'd like, you can take the arms back and really work on opening the chest. Shoulders rolling back. Deep breath, hips squaring. Go on down. Take a half split and try and keep the back relatively flat. You can leave the knee a little bent if you need. Come back to runner. And downward dog. Child's pose. Come on up to sitting or kneeling position. Take a big step up. Oh wait, no, let's do downward dog. We need to do that step from down dog. Working on our core, sorry about that. We'll take a nice long step with the left foot. Runner's lunge. Lift a little more. Maybe hold the knee, and if it works for you, bring the arms back. And open up in the chest. and hands on the ground. Bring the hands further back, reach forward through the chest, and take deep breath. And come back. And let's take a little child, maybe with the knees wide, so we can really go extra deep into the hips and let the belly rest between the legs, releasing more on the back, taking pressure out of the body and the mind, and breathing. And come back to hands and knees. Let's go ahead and lower to face down. From face down, we're going to go ahead and take a held cobra. So if cobra feels tight for you, try your hands a little higher and wider than normal. And then we're going to sustain cobra. And come on down. Arms extend back. Rotate the head to the right with the left ear to ground. And enjoy resting and breathing. Head comes back to center. And lift the arms and the legs and open up in the chest. Deep breath, locust pose. Work on rolling the knees in, which takes pressure off the sacrum. And come on down. Rotate the head the other direction. And just enjoy resting. If you feel tight and your hips are back, maybe wiggle a little bit. And then be still. Let those muscles relax. And then comes back to center. And again, take Cobra. See how that feels. And then lower. Now we're going to do upward dog sustaining. So bring the hands low. You do have the option of doing Sphinx or Cobra instead, but otherwise you have the hands near low ribs. You lift and keep lifting the thighs, open the chest. Let's take about 3 to 5 breaths here. Shoulders opening back, deep breath, long legs, heels open out a bit. And then use the core, and let's slowly take a nice downward dog. Right knee forward, swan pose. You can do square pose or cradle on the back if you prefer. Otherwise, the swan with the forward bend. And let's go ahead and come on up. Left side, swan pose. Adjust what you need, maybe cushion under the hips, and we'll do a forward bend. And we'll go ahead and come on up. And exhale, downward dog. Transitioning to sitting. Gently place the knees on the floor and bring the legs out from underneath. Enjoy Paschimottanasana. Release that stretch. We're going to sit cross-legged now and have the strap. Bring the arms over and back, and repeat that. And bring the arms over and stretch. And release that. Transition the lower onto the back. And gradually take knees to chest. Feet to the ground. And open the knees and have the feet together. Let's go ahead and take a butterfly twist. So you keep the legs bent at the same angle, and heel or right inner ankle to the inner left knee. And use the left hand on the thigh to ground. The right arm can be outside slightly. Keep the right shoulder blade down. And enjoy this variation of the stretch. And come back to center. Let's go ahead and take the other side. And when you feel nice and complete with both sides, take Shavasana. Resting in Shavasana, closing the eyes, and enjoying deep breath. And let's go ahead and deepen the breath. Come back to the body. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Take knees to chest. And then transition to a comfortable seat. Include sitting. We'll do a clearing breath. Breathe in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And then inhaling for Om. Namaste. All right, very good, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. Hope the day serves you well. We'll have a core conditioning class tonight, 6 p.m. And then Vinyasa Yoga tomorrow morning at 10:30. Deep Hatha Yoga, more of an emphasis of holding long poses, Tuesday night at 6. So the classes will continue online. And I'm very, very grateful that we have this online community and online platform to keep training yoga together. So thank you again. Maybe it's a good time to drink some tea or a nice glass of water. Slowly sip that. I'm going to say goodbye to the YouTube Live. Oh, and remember, on YouTube and Facebook, there's a donation link for PayPal or Venmo. Send me a donation if you can. Like, comment, and share the video also. And definitely do that if you can't send a donation. So thank you again. I will see you soon. And I'm going to log out of